This is DJ Osmose, also known as JB, John Bailey. I'm a vinyl DJ selector, vinyl enthusiast, promoting the art of the analog recording.
Where are you from?
Born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, lived around, spent some time up in Boston, spent some time in Orlando, spent a little time in Athens, moved back to Atlanta 3 times, consider this home. We're sitting here in my home studio, East Atlanta.
Okay. What got you started?
Uh,
How did you start?
Started in music in general.
Yeah, sure. What got you into DJing, or what? How did that begin? Were you a kid? Were you?
I think what got me into records in general was definitely my mother. She had like a collection of rock and soul and disco records and 8-tracks that I was fascinated with growing up. It was actually I don't know that she was ever on air, but she was the first female, I think, in Tennessee, definitely in Chattanooga, to ever have a broadcast license for radio. So just from there, growing up, being around the music that she had, I would save my allowance. I would go to the store whenever I had enough money. I'd buy little 45s. Later on, I bought cassettes, then CDs, and then later in life, probably my early 20s, I got back into vinyl records. And it's just not only kind of an obsession, but also I promote it as well. It's still the best medium that's out there. It's the best sounding medium. It's actually an analog waveform. It's not a computer's representation of that.
But what got you into spinning? Like you did a party, or were you doing it in your room at home?
No, it started out in 1997. I was collecting records already, and in the mid '90s, there was what we'll say an electronic music revolution. So I was buying a lot of those records, and eventually in '97 I just got two Gemini turntables, and I got a Newmark PPD 4-channel mixer, and I just started messing around with it in a little place I lived over in Druid Hills. Maybe about a year later, I moved to Orlando, and I started playing out down there. I was fortunate enough to come in contact with some people that were the real foundation for Orlando break scene that was still blowing up at the time that I was down there. And they showed me some ropes. They threw some gigs my way. Probably threw me some gigs before I was really ready to be out there. But that's good. That helps you learn faster.
Are there some DJs that you admire, or that you move you to do what you do, or inspire you?
Yeah, definitely. And I got DJs in all different kinds of genres that inspire me. Larry Heard on the deep house tip, house music tip. Pete Rock on the hip hop tip. Probably a lesser known Detroit DJ named Norm Talley, who hasn't had probably that much success, because he's had a lot of success in Detroit, no doubt about that, but hasn't turned out like a large body of work himself, of composition, and because of that he's lesser known around the country and whatnot, but a phenomenal DJ. It's amazing to see that cat work. On a local level, DJ Red, I played in after hours with him for about 2.5 years here in town. Late night sessions. Outside of Orlando, that was that was the next set of big crowds that I was in front of. I think, I was just kind of thrown into it in Orlando, so I didn't really know how to work a crowd when I was playing out down there. It was basically just providing music. I think playing with Red in the late night sessions after hours, that's where I really learned how to control a crowd, to start a dance, and to hold it.